Ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to share with you an experience that is happening in Taiwan, that how to help our SME to cope up with our modern societies. Well, when we talk about the digital divide, most of the time we are talking about a digital divide between people. But there are digital divide between companies or business too. Compared to the digital divide between people, the divide between companies can have even more impact to our society. We all know that SMEs are engine of economic growth, and they account for major portions of our economy. For example, in Taiwan, there are more than 1 million SMEs in our islands, and they count almost 90% of our all enterprises. And more important is that they employ more than 6 million people in their enterprises, which count for almost 50 to 60% of all the workers in our society. And according to our statistics, every time when our economic grows, most of the people get hired not by those multinational enterprises in Taiwan, but by those SMEs. So SMEs are very, very important for economic growth. And in the past, small and medium-sized enterprises are actually having a quite bright future in Taiwan. For example, when I was a kid, there were a lot of small and medium-sized enterprises gradually become bigger and bigger. And finally, they become multinational enterprises in Taiwan. Most of the famous Taiwanese companies in the world are actually SMEs in 20 or 30 years ago. So we always wonder that for those 6 million small and medium-sized enterprises in Taiwan, will they still have bright future for tomorrow? So that why we concentrate so much energy or efforts to try to help our SME in Taiwan to familiar with electronic commerce or electronic business. Because from our point of view, we believe by conducting e-commerce or e-business actually will create great opportunity and bright future for our SMEs. One of the problems encountered with SME in Taiwan is the lifelong educations. We all know that in the modern society, knowledge is the power. And everyone in the modern society have to learn and learn for their lifelong, so that they can cope up with the modern technology and new environments. So what happened is in the past 10 years, past decade, the government and our whole society actually keep saying to our SMEs, we try to convince them that in order to compete globally, the business owners of SME and workers of SMEs have continued to learn and to boost their knowledge in order to stay competitive. Well, the logic is right, and everybody will agree about that. But the problem is the SMEs owners and their workers keep coming back and reply, yes, we have to learn fast and quick. But the problem is we are very, very busy, and we are lack of the resources to invest on those learnings. The tuition and facility and that kind of things, we are lack of resources. We don't have times. So how can we catch up with those new knowledge and new way of doing business? Well, the answer to this dilemma is quite clear. Because for SMEs, the reason they are left behind is because, first, they cannot afford it. It costs too much for traditional learning. And there is another problem, is that most of the training courses that are traditional learning can provide, that the traditional learning can provide, are actually developed and designed by those multinational and big companies. So they are more suitable for most for those large companies. For SMEs, they have their own unique problems. But most of the courses are not concentrated on teaching them to solve their most important questions and problems. So there is a kind of impropers for them. And finally, most of the SME owners and employees are hard workers. Even though most of the people in Taiwan work 6 hours per day. But according to our statistics, it is quite normal for SMEs employee to work more than 10 hours per day. So they are very busy people. And after 10 hours of daily works, they will go home, and it is very hard to convince them to attend a classroom and learn something new for them. In order to solve the problem, that is the reason why we decided in the year 2003 to establish an online learning platform for our SMEs. That is the institution of our SME Online University. I would like to show you how this online university works and helps SMEs to improve their business conduct and try to grab some new opportunity in our modern society. So let's see the videos, okay?
I don't need to bother putting aside a specific time and can learn at my own pace. It's really convenient. I referred the SME Online University to my friends and colleagues. Fortunately, they decided to take some courses. Their typical reaction is wonderful. The SME Online University is great for people who are busy and want to save on money in education. It is the best choice during today's economic recession. Is there any online learning website able to attract 3.5 million people in just 5 years? The answer is SME Online University. Yongmei Computers in Hue has a one-of-a-kind business owner, Liao Mingfan, who spends most of her time managing the store, but still manages to squeeze in some time to improve her management skills through e-learning. This is a very rural village in Yuanling County, so there are almost no training institutes available. If I really want to learn something, I have to drive 2 hours to the nearest township. It would be very expensive. Thanks to my husband, who told me to try the SME Online University, I found it is so helpful indeed. Mingfan makes the best use of the SME Online University to better run her computer shop. Even her husband, a university instructor, was inspired to utilize the online courses in his teaching work. She sometimes shares what she had just learned online. I find that some ideas I never ever thought about before. I realized that something can be done in a different way. So, I share this knowledge with my students in my lectures. The busy Mingfan has to spend time to cook while delivering products to customers, so the anytime and any place features of SME Online University exactly meets her recharging needs.
As we have started SME Online University in the year 2003, at the very beginning, it might look like quite a crazy idea because SMEs keep coming back and saying that we don't have computer. We don't know how to use computer. And well, you know, to learn through the computer is, you know, some sort of weird. We are not going to use it. But gradually, things have changed. Nowadays, more and more SME employees are very happy that they can use SME Online University to learn or they need to learn. Now, in the year 2012, our SME Online University, according to Internet statistics, is the largest e-learning website currently in Asia. I think it's one of the biggest in the world. Nowadays, our SME Online University serves more than 440,000 people through their courses. And every day, there are more than 6 million hits for the more than 1,000 courses on our online university. Every week, we can have more than 1,000 new members join in our university. As you might know, that it is quite effective for online learning facility to help SME to learn and cope up with modern society. But here I have to remind you again that at the very beginning, when we start online university in the year 2003, it is very abnormal for most of the SMEs because they say that it was very weird for them to learn through the computers and they are not going to use it. Now, not only the new generation employees are more than happy to use our facility for request any required knowledge that is needed for their e-business conducts. Our learners come not only from Taiwan, but actually from global, that everyone that knows Chinese or Mandarin can attend our university and learn the required knowledge for free. In the year 2012, as you can see, now you can see online university actually has become very useful tool for SME in Taiwan to facilitate their daily conducts. In this university, we separate it into 5 colleges. At the very beginning of e-learning ideas, because we believe that it will be very difficult for us to teach our SME to use ICT technology. So the first college we established for online university is the Information Technology College. By using the online university facility, we try to use computer to teach our SME how to use computer. And yes, it is some successful, but gradually we recognize that e-learning facility can be used not only to teach SME ICT technology, they can be used for more general management issues. So then we have established General Management College that will begin, instead of teaching those ICT technologies, we begin to use e-learning to teach them how to do management, how to be an entrepreneur, how to maintain and manage their employees. And about 2 years ago, we realized that because our customers, become bigger and bigger, they will encounter new problems. For example, finance. Well, actually, what will happen is that if your company becomes bigger and bigger, then it probably need to loan some money from the bank, or probably you want to issue more stocks for your stockholders. So we start our finance college. And the most SMEs in the past 2 years, we recognize that a lot of SMEs try to marketing their products or services through the internet. So internet marketing become very important, and SMEs who used to be only the producer of their products, they need to learn how to marketing their products or their services. So another college we have started 2 years ago is Marketing and Channel Management College. And finally, last year, in the year 2011, we recognized that Taiwan, the SME in Taiwan actually encountered some new problems. That is, since the number of people in Taiwan has actually declined in recent years, so human resources management become more and more important. Because in the past, maybe several decades ago, SMEs actually have many employees willing to work for them. But now it is very difficult for SME in Taiwan to recruit new employees and keep them in a job for a long period of time. So human resources become quite critical. So we start Human Resources Management College in the year 2010. So now there are 5 colleges in our online university. And most of them provide a lot of courses, as you can see on the PowerPoint. For example, the Finance College, all the courses were developed for the SME. So we are not talking about great financial theories. We just mention it and tell them that there will be great idea for SME to do something some finance planning that is only suitable for SMEs. As you can see, we can do a lot of jobs through our online university. First of all those courses are designed for the needs of those SME in Taiwan. For example, if you specify industry that is operated most by SMEs, we can provide industry-specific knowledge for those SMEs. We have, for example, courses designed for restaurants. In Taiwan, most restaurants were operated by small and medium-sized enterprises. So they usually will have a lot of problems that because service quality demanded by our customer in Taiwan become higher and higher. So they always try to learn more about how to do their business right. So here we actually provide courses for those small and medium-sized enterprises, restaurants, that how to set their tables for their customers. We have an online lecture theater on the university. Periodically, we will invite successful e-business owners to our university and share their successful stories. And most of SMEs owners in our university can, after their presentations, thanks to ICT technology and social medias, they can set up forums, usually on Facebook, so that other business owners, after listening to those successful stories, they can discuss and they can share their own experience. Ask questions to those successful SMEs owners too. On the online university, we have an online bookstores. SMEs can read books just like they did on a real bookstores. If they want to take the book back homes, they can get it for free or on a discount price. Nowadays, most Taiwanese use some kind of mobile device to surf on the net. In the university, we provide course materials, download services. So now our members can do mobile learnings on any time and anywhere. All the courses took by a member were recorded on an e-portfolios. Based on the e-portfolios, we provide an e-certificate for our members to prove their learning experience to others. For people who want to learn, we have a virtual incentive system by providing an imperial examination on the internet. After a member has taken and passed more and more courses, he will get promoted until he becomes 状元, which means he is the very best on the imperial examinations. Another important feature for SME Online University is that they are not only online e-learning platform, they are an organizational learning platforms. That means every SME can register in the SME Online University, and they can arrange the schedule for their specific employees. They can change the schedule for their specific employees. So every time when they have a new employee join in their enterprises, then they can arrange training schedule and ask the employee to take these courses in our online university. So the training courses for SME usually cost them, for the training courses for SME in the past, usually will cost them a lot of money because they have to spend a lot of money to train their new employees. Now, all the knowledge can be put into the online university and actually provide when it is needed. All our universities are actually quite welcome by our university, by our small and medium-sized enterprises. If you do a Google search in Taiwan, you will realize that most of SMEs and their employees are quite welcome to our services because it's totally free. And if company need it, make and tape their own courses and put it on our online university. And sometimes when their employee will need those courses, they go online, they can learn from those courses. So it is quite effective, and it actually gives some sort of competitive advantages for Taiwanese company, those SMEs. For example, in the past decade, most of SMEs in Taiwan had to establish their manufacturing factories in China. So all of them encountered serious problem that how can they train their new employee in China? Because their mother company is still located in Taiwan. And in that circumstances, actually our online university play quite important and effective platform for those companies who have factory in China. Because now they need is advise their employee to get into our online university and learn everything they have put in the online university. So let me make a conclusion for the success of our online university. The first and most important success factor for our online university is courses. Online facility actually can have long tail effect for SME because even though they cannot afford too much money to put on the learning activities, but the large number of the SMEs and their employees put together, they can provide us enough resources to serve them effectively. So courses should be developed solely on the SME's requirement. And the second important thing is branding. To run an SMEs need to learn a lot of different type of things. In order to find out where they can learn, what they want to learn, will cost them a lot of effort and times. So the great idea is to put all those knowledge under one single branding. That is the SME Online University. So every time when SME encounter some new problems, they will know where to go and get the answer from it. Another success factor for SME Online University is the technology. At the very beginning, most of people believe that SME is not for ICT technology, but they were wrong. Because people are quite good learners. They can learn almost everything if it can provide valuable benefit like the SME online university. So modern ICT technology is a very important tool to solve SMEs' learning problems. Now, we try to put our online university into mobile device, that is your cellular phone. I think the idea is the same. Still, a lot of people try to tell us, no, they don't think those SME owner or employee would like to use their smartphone to learn. Well, I think they may be wrong again, because several years later, they will recognize that technology is the final answer, even though at the very beginning, they look silly. There is another very important success factor for SME online university. It is the online SME community we have established through all those years. In the past, there are no place that SME can easily talk to each other and communicate and share their experience with each other. So the learning facility not only can make those SME to learn something, they can share their knowledge. If they were successful, they will be invited into online university and give a lecture. So others can learn from their successful story, and others can provide their experience so that everybody will benefit from the online university. And finally, we realize that e-learning is quite effective when they serve for organizational learnings. So learning management is very important. Before we started our online university, it is almost impossible for any SME in Taiwan to set up a training schedule for their new employees. Their new employee probably have to put into working position, and they were kind of learning by doing. They will make a lot of mistakes, and sometimes put those new employees in danger because they don't have proper trainings. But now with the SME online university, the SME's owner can actually arrange a training schedule for every new employee they have hired. Last year, we had a party for the establishment of our online university for the 6 years. And in that party, the president of Taiwan, President Ma, has talked an idea that he has recognized that to make people smarter is always the best investment. So to make our SME smarter through the SME online university is the best investment that every government should do in the future. So thank you for your listening. Thank you.